So, look what the cat dragged in. That's right, this is an RCA audio receiver that my dad had. And as you can see, it's very dusty and all that. But hopefully it will still work. I'm going to do a cleanup of it. It's an RCA audio receiver. Model... One second, trying to find the model for it. It might be in the back. Anyways, here's the front of it. Hasn't been used in a couple of years. Got a little dent right there. Definitely needs cleaned. But one thing I like about these older audio receivers is that, well, okay, don't mind the dust, but you can actually replace the speaker wire from right there instead of having to cut and solder it like the newer ones. I still have most of the original speaker wires, I think. Maybe not. Okay, so some of these wires are not original. The only original wires I have is the woofer. Center is right here. Or correction, I think I do have all the speaker wires, except for the rears. The rears are not original. I'll explain that here in just a second. This is the front. This is left front. The center, right here. Like I said, woofer somewhere over there. But the rears are different. And here's why. Back at my dad's trailer before he moved in with my stepmom, apparently he never hooked up the rear speakers. So that's why these wires are not original. So it has one of these, you know. Well, no, that's front. I'm sorry. Where's this one's? This is rear. Yeah, it doesn't have the original. Where's the other rear? That's front. That's front. Oh, other rear's right here. Okay. Yeah. And I don't know what this is. They somehow try to splice into this for whatever reason. I don't know if they tried to extend it or what. Something my dad probably did in the past. Getting all confused and whatnot. There's the woofer right there, the super woofer. Powered super woofer, it says. Now, I actually did record a video from years ago that I never did upload to YouTube. I don't remember which year it was recorded exactly. Somewhere, I think, somewhere between 2015 and 2017 is when I recorded it, and I never uploaded it to YouTube, but it's archived on my Google Photos somewhere. Alright, here's the back of the unit. Let me actually turn my flash on. See, it's got digital input, optical, subwoofer pre-out, so that's like an optional second woofer. Down here, you got the RCA CD tape. It's even got video on it, which I think it was, the videos were used on some units depending on the model, but you got DVD, satellite, VCR in and out. TV, I think, is out only, but I'm not sure. It does have a monitor on it. It has like a monitor built in on it. It even has S-video. Above it's the antenna for AM and FM. I think it has an FM antenna built in it because the FM antenna was working fine without any wires hooked up, if I remember correctly. The speakers, you have the center woofer, then you got the fronts and the rears. Let's see if I can find you a model number. There it is, RT2360. It's very nice. Again, I believe this unit is from 2006, but I could be wrong. Maybe 2005, if not. So, yeah, I'm going to clean it up. Hopefully get it all nice and clean the best I can. I know some of the buttons in the front need to be cleaned with contact cleaner because, you know, it's thinking that one of the buttons, I don't know which one exactly was thinking I was pressing a different button, so going to have to pop the front panel off and clean it with contact cleaner, which I don't have right this minute. I could do a power on before I clean it, but I'd rather just go ahead and fully clean it. So I think I'll start with the little things first, like Chick-fil-A says. Unfortunately, I think one of these speakers has some noise to it. Yeah, maybe you can hear that rattling noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but I hope it didn't have any damage done to it. Yeah, it's been sitting there unused for years. And even that woofer needs to be cleaned too. I tried to clean it when I was picking it up for my stepmom's just earlier today, so yeah, that goes to show how long it's been sitting there unused. Very dusty. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm going to set my camera up and clean it. I'm probably going to do most of the cleaning off video, so usually you don't want to go too crazy. Usually you could just use like rubbing alcohol, paper towels, or Q-tips. Well, actually, I take that back. You might want to blow it with the air compressor first and then clean it with rubbing alcohol and Q-tips after. I might actually open up these screws. I might actually open up this receiver, and I'll give you an inside and make sure there's no blown capacitors or anything. So that's it. These screws aren't locked up, which they probably are at this point. It's never been taken apart before. So, you know, we'll try to take that apart later. I'm going to try to clean up these speakers the best I can. I don't know if I'm going to go out to the shed and blow it out with the air compressor. I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but it's probably not going to do any good. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, well, since I fired up the air compressor, I figured I might as well just go ahead and blow the dust out these speakers first. I'm going to start with the woofer. Of course, I'm going to have to clean it with Q-tips, Q-tips and rubbing alcohol, paper towels, and Q-tips is what I'm trying to look for. Let's see what happens. If it's going to blow out or I'm going to have to manually wipe it. Oh, not too bad. Yep, some of that's going to have to be manually wiped. It's stuck on there. Just what I figured. Probably shouldn't even have to waste my time out here. Oh, that blew right off. Alright, next up we have the center. Now, I've already mostly cleaned this with rubbing alcohol, but I'm going to try to blow dust out of it anyway, just in case there's any leftover dust. Just like that, just went in my face. That's nice. Oh, and it, sure, okay, blow the tag off. Now I'm going to have to take that back on. Sorry if it's in a bad angle, guys. I'm doing everything I can. So I don't even think this is even going to stick back on now. So I might just have to Scotch tape it back on. I think there's also another... Yeah, it's not going to... I'm going to have to Scotch tape it back on. That's okay. I can take care of that later. I think there's also another speaker that's missing the name. So yeah, alright, this is all blown out. I'm going to go on to the next speaker. Alright guys, now unfortunately I don't have my tripod to set this up, so apologies that the angle is not the best. This is the left front speaker. You can tell because it's white and black. Now usually the right front is red and black, but this is white and black, so it's obviously left. Now I've not cleaned this with rubbing alcohol yet. I probably should have blew that. You always want to make sure you blow everything. You don't want to go too crazy though. Alright, excuse me, next up is right front. Again, this is what I was talking about. Usually the right fronts are red and black. So, this is the one of them with that rattling noise for whatever reason. I don't know if some screw got broken or what, but we're going to blow it out. Anyway, apologies about my voice, by the way. That's what happens when you have to deal with all this dust. So... actually a little cleaner than I thought for this one. So I'm still going to clean it with rubbing alcohol. Anyway, yeah, this one's got some noise though. Alright, this is left rear speaker. I looked at the color, what matches what rear speaker. I think this is left rear. And so the left rear is usually blue and black. The right rear is usually gray and black. Now that can all depend on what audio receiver you have. Some can be different. If I got the sides reversed, I'll try to correct it in the video. But I think I got it right. Yeah, look at all that dust. I think there was some broken wire up in here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Is it supposed to be like that? I don't know. We'll pretend we didn't see that. Alright, last but not least, this is the right rear speaker, and there's actually something crawling on it. Look at that. It's probably the dirtiest speaker of them all. The, what's this thing called? It's also worn out. That's unfortunate. This is the right rear, I think. I got them all, or left rear, I forgot which one. I get them all mixed up. Alright, so before I clean up the audio receiver, yeah, look at all that freaking dust. Yeah, so it's got a lot of capacitors and whatnot. I don't see any blown, so that's a good sign. Well, no, I don't think I've seen any blown capacitors. If y'all do, let me know. But I don't even know if I can get this front panel off to spray some contact cleaner on some of these buttons. I might have to go deeper. No, so I think the screws for they're going to be buried underneath the feet, the rubber feet, I think. Or no, there's actually some screws right there. I don't know. We'll see if we can clean this up first. But again, I know some of these buttons probably going to need some deoxit or contact cleaner. Do a wide view. Again, I don't see any blown capacitors, guys, so I think we're good. So I'm going to gently blow all this without blowing any capacitors off. But if all the dust doesn't get blown off, then I'm not going to chance putting my hand in there and try to wipe the dust. I don't want to get electrocuted or anything. There's a fuse right there. I don't know what that's for. It's even got it's a 5 amp fuse, I believe. Same type fuse. Replaced with same type fuse in writing. That is definitely a 5 amp, I think. I can't tell, guys. If you know what that is, comment it down below. Because I don't know what any of these circuit boards are. Oh, there's some more capacitors on the side here. It's kind of hard to see, but I don't see any blown capacitors, like I've said. So I think we're all good. I don't know when this was last used. So that's the amplifier, I think, right there. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to remove all the scratches on this panel. But I'm still going to try to clean it anyway. Make it look like mostly new again. I might need to use some deoxit, or I'm sorry, contact cleaner on some of these ports that were unused. It does have optical audio, like I said, so that's a good sign. So yeah. Well, gonna have to haul this out. I started not to take this top panel off until I went out to the shed, but I didn't want a chance losing the screws in the shed. Thankfully, none of them were locked up. So yeah. Alright, I'll come back when this is all. I'll try to see if I can haul this out. And we'll get it all cleaned up. Alright, back out in the shed again. I'm going to go extremely careful. And hope and pray nothing blows up. It shouldn't blow up. Anyways, here goes nothing. Alright, so now I got is this top panel. And it probably don't need to be blown out because it's probably, well, never mind. Okay then. Alright. Just flip it over and just blow that real quick. Alright guys, I'm back sometime later. I had to put my phone to charge because I was just about out of battery. Well, it's pretty much all... the dust is pretty much all blown out. Now I still have to clean up most of the speakers. The center one I've already cleaned up, but I got to do the rest. Haven't done them yet. Just got done eating lunch because apparently I had a late lunch. Yeah, I'm going to get to cleaning up these speakers now. And not only the speakers, I got to try to clean up the top panel, maybe the front panel. Apparently I can't do anything about Q-tips right now because I need to get some more. I'll have to do that another time. But at least I got paper towels and rubbing alcohol. Now this rubbing alcohol is not like 90%. It's 50%, but hey, it works. It don't matter what percent, it'll still work. Now I'm going to try to clean up some of these wires again. I do have all the original speaker wire except for the rears because again, my dad never hooked the rears up at his trailer years ago, so that makes sense. So yeah, I'll get cleaning up these speakers, and then hopefully later on we'll do a test and just make sure everything works. Alright everyone, sometime later, and I got the speakers cleaned up the best I could. Still not 100% clean. I might clean them up some more later on, but oh, apparently I didn't get deep enough in there. But anyways, I found some spare Q-tips that I had in my suitcase. Got the power cord cleaned up. I'm gonna have to electric tape that apparently because the paint for the cord is worn out or whatever. I'm gonna electric tape that just to be safe. Yeah, so I still got to clean up these wires, and I realize there's some leftover wire that's stuck up in there. Well, probably because these speaker wires right here, these speaker wires are too big. Oh, actually I'm going to have to strip some of them because they're messed up. Alright, as I was saying, these speakers wires are not looking in the best shape. So it's really unfortunate. So I'll try to clean up these wires. In fact, some of them were actually, well, soldered on there, I guess. Or whether they're just tight on there, I can't tell. If they're soldered, then that's going to be a problem. Because this is actually, well, no. I think this is actually the wire for the... No. This is either the wire for the left front or one of the rears. So I'll have to figure something out here. Let me, I'll come back to that later. I'm going to try to get some of this leftover wire out, which, again, these speaker wires are too big for it, apparently. Because these aren't the original rear speakers wires. Alright, so let me see if I can get this all cleaned up here. Alright everybody, everything is pretty much all cleaned up and reassembled now. May not be 100% clean, but hey, it's better than what it was. Still haven't cooked it up yet. I still got to connect everything. I'll try to clean up some of this wiring, get all the dust off of it. Otherwise, it's not that big of a deal. I forgot to clean up the woofer. Whoops. Forgot about that. I'll try to take care of that here soon enough. Yeah. So I'll get it all hooked up. And again, the speakers may not be 100% clean. I'll try to clean them up some other time, but it's not really that big of a deal right now. Alright, so let me get all this hooked up over here. I don't even know if it's even gonna fit under there. It's a little bit wide, a little long. Unfortunately, it is missing some rubber feet. I'll show underneath here. Got one right there. And yeah, they're missing 3 of the rubber feet, which that's unfortunate. Now you could probably order something off like of Amazon and just improvise it. And again, I probably need to take the screws off. Are there screws underneath there? Yeah, so I probably need to take some of that off to potentially take the front panel off so I can, if I need to, use some contact cleaner, because I think some of the buttons on it are fouled, if I remember. But who knows? Something else could be wrong with it since I've last used it. That's what I'm saying. Alright, well, I'll get all this all cleaned up. Clean up the wiring if it needs any cleaning, that is. And we'll hopefully get it all hooked up. Alright, stay tuned. There's plenty more to come. Alright everybody, it's the next day here. As you see, I got everything hooked up so far. I had the electric tape, the right front speaker wire looked kind of questionable at that spot there, so I figured I might as well electric tape that just to be on the safe side. I'm sure some of these speakers are going to have some fouled wiring, so I might have to either check the connections or restrip the wires. I already had to restrip the positive lead on the center speaker because that broke and I had to restrip it. Everything's pretty much all hooked up. I have the TV output set. I don't have another spare digital audio cable right now, so can't really do anything about hooking it up to this TV, which I'll show in just a minute. Alright, let me go ahead and get this all back in order now. Alright, everything is now hooked all up. Apologies for the Easter decorations in the way. We haven't took those down yet. The speaker grill, or whatever it is called, the mesh, whatever, it does need some cleaning, but I don't really want to get too far into that. But it's pretty much all cleaned up. And the rears, or woofers down there, I should say. This is right rear and left rear. Speaking of rear, I actually found one of the spare original rear speaker wires. This is right rear. Unfortunately, I don't have left rear, so. And that's just some leftover wiring. I don't know what this green and red was. Maybe this was something I did in the past. That might have been my work there because I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to strip the wires or anything like that. And this is also some spare wire right here. Yeah, it's just some little spare wire. I think I'll end up soldering this for the left, one of these two for the left rear, so that way I can have more slack, because it just barely reached over there. It's kind of short, so I might have to do add some additional wire and solder it, but that'll be for another time. Okay, so here's the thing about this TV. Unfortunately, let me come over here real quick. It does not have the separate audio output for the 3.5 millimeter. It only has headphone 3.5 millimeter audio, or headphone output only. Unlike the other TV that was in here, it was optional for headphone and audio out. So all we got is a digital audio output for this TV, which I don't have. Again, I don't have another digital audio cable on hand because it's being used for a different audio receiver that's in my bedroom that I never made a video of it yet. And I do have the RCA. I don't know if you can see that kind, but somewhere up in there, RCA audios, or I'm sorry, the composite and audio's hooked up. I just barely got it through there with the TV mount in the way. Alright, I think we're all set up and ready. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Now again, this just barely fit on this wood spot here, so you got to be careful not to bump it or else. And it's also, like I said earlier, it's missing 3 of the rubber feet, so it might end up scratching this up. I might have to put like some rubber pads or something down here to keep it from scratching up. So that's very unfortunate. But without further ado, looks like we're ready to plug this in for the first time since unknown amount of years, because I haven't been there in a long time. Okay, got the plug right here. I cleaned it up the best I could. See what happens. Oh, we got life. Red light's lit. Now, unfortunately, I could not find the original remote for this unit. It probably got thrown away, or it's buried somewhere in my stepmom's. I just didn't have the time to find it. So, alright, we're going to power it on. Well, let's actually test something, because I remember years ago at my dad's trailer, when you first turn a TV on, it went to TV output right away. So I wonder what happens if we turn the TV on. Okay, nothing. So I might have to go to AV. Let's see what happens if we go to AVN. Alright, apologies about the pause there. Anyways, AV. It doesn't. It doesn't automatically turn on. Just what I thought. Because my dad had like a big CRT TV that pretty much matched this audio and video receiver. And again, I don't have the original remote, unfortunately, so we'll power it on, see what happens. We got clicks. Satellite analog, that's because there's nothing hooked up. I'm sorry that the display's a little dark there. Let me see if I can fix that. Got nothing for AV. Well, that's because that's because I need to go to TV output. Let's go to setup here and see if that button didn't want to work at first. That's set to large. Oh, looks like we got some fouled buttons here. That's on small for whatever reason. Center is... yeah, some of these buttons are going to need to be cleaned, which that's to be expected. Huh. Yep, I figured that was going to happen. I don't have any contact cleaner on hand. I'm pressing OK like crazy. There we go. Surround is large. I don't know why that was all set to small. Woofers, yes. Phase, I don't know what that phase is. I have to... and this is the distance, I think. Sleep is 0. Dimmer, I think it was at 1 by default. There, so now the screen's a little brighter now. But again, there's nothing hooked up to it, so that's why it's no sound right this minute. Let's see what the volume is at. The volume's at 0. Yeah, I figured. Let's check the levels. That's 10. Woofer's at 0, makes sense. Now there's surround mode, which puts it to Pro Logic. Again, sorry, these buttons are not working right. I apologize. There we go, stereo, which stereo, let me turn the flash off so you can see. It disables the center, woofer, and the rears if it's on stereo mode. But if you press DSP mode, it goes to theater. But if you go to like something else like concert, club, again, these buttons are fouled, I know, church, arena, this DSP off. If it's set to stadium, what that does, it will add some reverb to the sound, unless you put it on right here, theater. Sounds satellite analog. It is optional for, well, for correct. It does have coaxial or optical. Again, I think these buttons will come back around once I clean them up. The EQ is not going to work because it has to be in stereo mode like that. So that's the only way the EQ is going to work, if it's in stereo mode. And of course the tuning. Let's try TV output and see how that works. Nope, that's mute. Again, these buttons will probably come back around. This is radio. I don't want to play anything on the radio because of copyright. Pheox, this is tape, analog. Pheox analog, that's the front ports right there. CD coax. TV analog. But I think that's got to be switched to TV output. Let's see. TV output. Nothing. I don't have nothing on the screen. Maybe I need to connect something first. So that's TV analog, TV output. Huh. Oh, we got the left right flashing. I think the left right is flashing because it mutes. It's because it mutes the speakers for the receiver, and it only uses the speakers for the TV. So I'm gonna have to find something to hook this up to for video related, like a VCR or something. But by today's standards, I know it can't be the DirecTV box because, you know, you have to have a special AV cable to hook for like use anything analog related. So that's not gonna work. So unless this video cable could be bad, who knows? Alright, let me go figure something out here and I will come right back. Stay tuned. Alright, this is what I've come up with. I have this Sony DVD and VCR player. Yeah, I know it's missing the VHS lid cover. This is the model RDR VX560. I think it's a 07 model. I do have one of those cheap or better known as Walmart DVD players that's USB powered. Well, apparently the USB port is under the TV. So let's turn this on and see what happens. Yeah, this is a DVD RW, by the way, so it can record both VHS and DVD. A little noisy, but that's fine. Still nothing. Huh. Unless I got the wires hooked up wrong or something. Or that video cable, like I said, could be fouled. Let's try something else then. Pheox analog. Oh! We got something. Look at that. We have picture. Well, unfortunately, it's 4:3 because that's how it was back in the day. So it's not 16:9, which is very unfortunate. I think you can set it to be stretched on the TV. So look at that. It works just fine. It's set to Pro Logic, which I don't like. Let me fix that. There we go. Pro Logic. Because the Pro Logic, all the speakers, I don't think, play simultaneous if it's on Pro Logic. Well, speaking of speakers, let's actually, you know what? There's one thing I forgot to do. Let's do a test tone. Nope. Oh, wait. This sound's off. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I don't hear nothing on. I don't hear right front. I don't hear right sound. I hear left surround and woofer. So we got some. Okay, so we got some fouled connections just as I expected. So the right rear and left rear is not working. So let me try to figure that out for a second. I'll come back. Okay, so I got the right front working now. Just had a fouled connection. But the right rear, on the other hand, as you can see, is the wires are shot. So I've been restripping and stripping and stripping nonstop with the positive lead. The negative has a decent connection, as you can see there, but the positive is just shot. the other half of the end is not that bad. I'm sure these wires just need a good cleaning. Unfortunately, I don't have another long spare speaker wire at the moment, so I'm going to have to run some new ones. I'll keep trying and trying. Hopefully I can get it stripped right, because again, yeah, so all right, I'll be back in just a little bit. If I can't get it connected, then I'll just have to make do for now. All right, everyone, I'm back. I kept stripping and stripping, and finally I got a good, hopefully good connection for once. But this wire is shot otherwise. I've tried cleaning it, but again. Alright, I'm going to get this all hooked up and we'll try it again. And also had to re-strip the wire down here because that wasn't getting a good connection either. But this is what I'm talking about. This side here is fine, but the other end is not so great. But we'll see what happens here. Let's hook it back up and we'll try it again. Alright. Let's try it again now. I'm all out of breath here from trying to hook everything back up. I'm going to press test tone. I'm actually going to turn the volume up a little louder so y'all can hear. Test tone activated. Still nothing on the right rear. Nice. I'm just going to go ahead and say that this right rear audio cable is bad. Yeah, nothing. Let me try to go over here. Nothing, huh? Alright, let me figure something out. Hold on. Alright, so some good news and some bad news. Good news is the original right rear speaker audio, as you can hear, is working. The bad news is the wire is too short. I'm just going to go ahead and determine that this wire is bad. Because I've stripped it and stripped it I don't know how many times and it's still not getting a great connection. So I'll try to keep stripping it, but again, I'm probably going to have to order some spare speaker wires since apparently my stepmom don't know where she did with it. And that's just what aggravates me, you know. But I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm going to try to keep on stripping this wire and hopefully I can get a good connection. Maybe I'm not stripping it right. I don't know. But I'll come back and hopefully if I make some progress, that's good. If not, then I'll just have to not use the rear speakers for now. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm all out of breath now. Alright guys, I'm just going to go ahead and say this wire is shot. So I kept stripping and stripping. I'm trying to grab the wire down here real quick. Sorry. Yeah. I'm just going to say that this wire is bad. I mean, the other end looks decent, but that's also, the leads just won't break immediately after stripping, as you see here. So, very unfortunate. This original right rear speaker wire is just short as well. So, another spare that I have, I'm confident is too short too. I mean, yeah, I could cut the other bad end off and solder it, but it's just not worth it. I think this is some spare that I tried to make in the past, about 10 years ago, but again, it's not going to matter because it's too short, I think. So yeah, it's very unfortunate, guys, that I don't have a right rear speaker because this cable, well, not this cable, a different cable that's similar to this is bad. Anyways, yeah, I'll think of something else to do now. Alright everyone, about maybe a half hour later, finally got the right rear working. So all I did was use this green and red wire, and it worked. And it reaches. It's long enough. Had to twist them up together because otherwise, you know, it was separate wires. But hey, we're in business. Nice. But unfortunately, it's still, I gotta just be careful moving this couch back and forth because we're still kind of short. Yeah, I can't really move that left rear wire. Yeah, it's good enough. At least this, I'm just gonna get rid of this wiring. I mean, half of it might be still good. Yeah, you can see how black, yeah. See the difference? I'll show you a difference, what I'm talking about real quick. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is shot. So, but that's to be expected. Alright, after all that fooling around, and all the speakers are working just fine. Oh, my throat hurts like crazy, y'all. It's no joke. Oh, you actually press. I'll just turn the woofer up. Yeah, hear all that bass. It'll be a lot stronger before you know it. Put a mic up to it. This woofer is kicking, is what I'm saying. Like I've said at the start of the video, I even have an unreleased video, or unuploaded video, I should say, from the archives of the bass test. But I don't know if I'm gonna upload it yet or not because of copyright, of course. So all the levels are set at 10. That's the max it can go, I think. Yeah. All right. So we quit out the. Oh, also, I forgot to mention the bass and treble can only be set if it's in stereo mode. So I forgot to mention that. All right. So the video works. I don't really have that much of a test tape to do right now. Well, I do have one VHS related, but I don't really have that much DVD test because of, copyright and all that. So we'll just have to see how it does. Video aux analog, because it apparently can't go. Now if I hit the source, it should go out. Yep, just like that. It's back to tape analog. Aux analog. And it goes, the screen comes back on. Again, it's 4x3 because, yeah. Oh. Again, these buttons are not 100%, so. Yep. Okay, let me fiddle around with this. Hold on. Alright, I'm back again. So apologies about the buttons not being 100%. No, I was telling you, these buttons are really aggravating me. Alright, let's just get out of this setup before I mess something up. I think I'm going to try the radio, but I got to be careful when I'm playing because of, again, copyright. So let's actually turn that down just in case if it's very loud. Let's go to... Actually turn the flash off here for a minute. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I thought it had like an antenna built in. Because I know that station should be... Huh. Well, that's very unfortunate. Well, that kind of works. But that could be because... Let me actually... Hold up. Let me actually turn the TV out because that could be causing interference. No. You can barely hear it. Hold on a second, guys. It's on FM. Maybe the smart bulb's interfering. Turn the VCR off. There it goes. I think the VCR was interfering with it. Alright, let's be careful because, copyright. Copyright. I'll turn the flashback on since I turned the smart bulbs off. Now let's go back to the other channel I was on. So I think the VCR was interfering with it. Nope, nothing on that one. Nope. Very unfortunate. Oh, and it went to AM because I hit the wrong button, I guess. Nothing on that. Huh. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and say that you might want to hook an antenna up, because I could have thought this had a FM antenna built in, and it doesn't. Oh, see, it went to AM. Again, these buttons are just kind of fouled, but that's to be expected. Alright, well, let me actually see if I got another antenna. I think I might have a spare antenna. Let me go find that real quick. Alright, so I found the antenna. Oh, focus. Focus on the wire, please. There we go. Yeah, I had to strip the wires on this too because it wasn't stripped right. I believe this is the antenna from the Sony audio receiver. Not the new one, but the old one from like the early 2000s. So I'm going to hook this up. I don't know which wire is which. It's not labeled, so we'll figure that out. And we'll try the radio again. Alright, got the FM antenna. This audio receiver was supposed to come with 2 antennas for the AM and FM. Well, apparently, because that's what I saw on the owner's manual when I looked it up on Google. It's supposed to have 2 antennas, and apparently, yeah. Who knows where my dad did with them in the past. Alright, let's try the FM again and see what happens. Nothing still. Oh. Again, it could be just because of these TV interference and whatnot. Let me turn the... Yeah, it's trying. But I might have the wires backwards. Yeah, let me try to switch the wires around. Okay, I have to play this real quick because, again, copyright. I got the radio antenna working. Let me turn it down before I get copyrighted. Oh, it's strange. I'm still hearing it a little, despite I had the volume at 0. But yeah, the tune light is working. I had the wires reversed for the FM antenna. I had to strip the wires several times on the radio antenna because it wasn't stripping right. Okay, I gotta be careful because, you know, YouTube's sensitive about copyright. Stop, FM, AM. Again, these buttons are not 100% working. That tune's barely lighting up, but it... There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So that's 97.9 CPR rocks. I shouldn't be disclosing my... Okay, I'm probably going to edit that out because I shouldn't be disclosing on what radio station... Yeah, okay, we got to be careful. Copyright. That is an actual radio station. It doesn't always pick it up. Yeah, that's working. Oh, that works. You know what? I'll just go there to stations that I know. I don't know all of it, but I know most of it. I don't care about... Let's just start from the very beginning. Nothing on that. Can you stop? Oh, that hit... Maybe... No, I didn't hit the memory button. Okay. This one's K99 country. But again, I don't know all of it, so... Wait a minute. See, the FM button is what... The memory button is what messed me up. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again without interruptions. Because the memory button interfered. Okay. I don't think there's anything on these 800s. 88s, I'm sorry. I don't know what that is, so... I think that might be MRN radio or something. Not MRN, I'm sorry, Mississippi Public Broadcasting, MPB, whatever. I don't freaking know. .7. I don't know. Again, I don't know all these stations very well. I'll try to put it in the captions if I remember. I doubt I will, though. This is supposed to be Q93 New Orleans, but that could have changed throughout. Magic 93.7 right here. Again, copyright, I gotta be careful. Yeah, just like that DJ said, Jay-Z 94.5. This is supposed to be 95.3 Gorilla, but it doesn't pick it up too well in here. This is Classic Rock right here. This is Value 95.7. Okay, B90. That's B97 right there, but it's again New Orleans station, so it doesn't pick it up in here. G96.7. It's pretty much rap and hip hop from like the 90s and 2000s and early 2000s. I don't know what's. Do you hear that? Huh. That station must be out of commission. 97.9 CPR Rocks. One of my buddy's favorite stations, that is. I don't know what's on 98.5. Yeah, K99 Country. Can you stop? Thinking I hit the test tone button. Where was I? Something's on 100.1, but I don't know it is. 100.9. 101.1. Should have tap, 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 tap. Anyways. This is, I think, Magic 101.9, which is in New Orleans, so. Coast 102. Anyways, copyright, so I gotta be careful. There is some tap, 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 tap in some of these stations, by the way. I think this is news or sports talk. Sports. Just kidding. Okay. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. 104.9. I think this is 105.9 The Monkey, which used to be on 107.1, but then some Love station, K-Love, took over that. Okay, correction. Bob 105. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so Bob's on 106.3 now. This is 105.9 The Monkey. I don't know, I was confused. Okay, this is Bob 106.3. It used to be on 105.9, but that... Again, like I said, K-Love took over 107.1. The Monkey's on 105.9. I think it's like this. K-Love is like Christian music, if I'm correct. And of course, the station I grew up listening to with my mom, of course. This is Kicker 108. Alright, well, anyways, there you have it. Whew, all that talking. I'm not used to it, guys. And that's pretty much it, everyone. I don't know what else to do now. I'm going to have to think for a second. really out of ideas of what else to do. This audio receiver is working just fine. Again, sorry about all the music. I can't really play that too much because of copyright on YouTube. But there is something else I could try. But I don't know if I got the right cable for it. Let me just, I'm going to try something else here. Let me come back in just a little bit. We'll do some more non-copyright testing. Alright, I'm back. I got it all hooked up. Give y'all a hint. This used to be my intro music from years ago. Woofer's not as strong as I thought. Hold up. Could have sworn the woofer was a lot powerful than that. Must not have a good connection. Anyways, let's see if the rears are working. They're probably not. No, that's to be expected. Oh, well. Left rear is, but I lost connection to the right rear. Huh. Okay, well, let me check that because the right rear lost connection. Well, actually, all right. Pause that, please. I'm pressing pause. Yeah, clearly the right rear lost connection. So let me see what's up with that real quick. Just as I expected. I'm so over it with these freaking speaker leads or whatever the heck this crap's called. Because this is why you got leftover wires stuck up in here. It's so freaking annoying. Let me try to fix that real quick. Okay, so I figured out how to make the woofer a lot stronger. I remember now. I had to go under setup. Oh, let me turn the camera off, the flash off so you can see better. At left and right, left and right set the no. Left and right set the small. Center off, surround off, woofer yes, and so on. And now I'm gonna start the music over. Stand by here, it should be a little louder. Get to hear how strong this bass is that I truly remember. I don't know if you can hear that kind, but that bass is kicking. Anyways, yeah, all the speakers should be working now. Nope. The right rear's messed up again. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's right, I forgot I turned the surround and center off, my bad. But I'll just go back and put them back to large all around. I gotta clean the crap out of these buttons. It's so annoying. Sorry guys. I'll try to get these buttons cleaned up here soon enough. Let me get all this situated. Okay, there we go. Now all the speakers should be working. That's left rear. Right rear. Yeah, it's pretty much all cleaned up. I'll just show the rears again since it was quiet there. Left rear. Right rear. Those green and red cables, they're just going to be temporarily until I can get some actual new speaker wires. Anyways, yeah, I just thought I might do that quick test. It's all nice and clean. And I'll actually see if I can get this home theater, not the audio video receiver to play through the TV, through the VCR. I think I do have a test recorded tape somewhere. I'll have to hunt for it. One more time with the woofer. But I tell you what, you put the rest of these speakers to small, this woofer will kick butt, that's for sure. See it? What I mean? Anyways, yeah. Let's put this back all to large. There we go. I mean, yeah, I mean, these buttons will probably come back around, but they really need some contact cleaner done to it. And the thing about this specific Roku TV is that it has a headphone out for the remote. So yeah, it doesn't have the separate audio out for the 3.5 millimeter. It only has headphone output only, which is very unfortunate. Okay, shut it. So shut it, ads. Anyways, yeah. Oops. Okay. Turn my other phone screen off so before my location gets shown. I probably accidentally just showed that. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, the speaker grills need a little cleaning, but that's not really that big of a deal. I'm not going to bother going by the book. Some damage there. Sure. Alright, well that's pretty much going to end... Well, nope. Wrong words. I haven't even done the test of the video yet to see how it performs. So let me go grab the test VHS tape. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. I think I did record something on this tape if I remember. Again, apologies about my voice. That's what happens when you have allergy issues and you're not used to all this talking. So, okay, so it's on FIOX right now. I'm sorry, AV. Still on FIOX. I gotta turn the VCR DVD back on. And should get a picture here in just a moment. It does, so that's a good sign. Oh. Okay. It's on DVD mode. Again, it's 4:3 and not 16:9 because that's how it was in this era. So maybe we can fix that. I don't think we can though. Zoom without stretching. Yeah, but it probably would. You know what? It probably wouldn't look the best if we tried it that way. So. Okay. I've not used this VCR and DVD in a hot minute, so let's see if it'll even load the first try. Well, it's a good thing it loaded. So now I gotta... Yeah, again, apologies about all the dust in there. Again, the VHS cover broke. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me switch it to video mode. There we go. Picture quality is not the best, but that's to be expected. This was recorded off of this unit. Too far close. My bad. This was... I just want to say disclaimer. by today's standards on the Wii console, the only way you can get the forecast and news channels to work is if you have Reconnect 24 installed. So by today's standards, it won't work without modding it, is what I'm saying. Let's see if we can, what it looks like. Oh yeah, so it's got to be on stretch. So yeah, that's one way to make it look like that, instead of it looking like 4:3. But the picture actually not that bad. But again, the reason why the picture is bad is because, you know, that's what happens on a VHS tape. So it looks a little blurry. I really don't have, yeah, it's very blurred out, but again, not surprising. Alright, let me flip this back to put the picture size back to automatic before I forget. The audio doesn't sound that bad, but the video is just... Oops, I put the stereo again, because... No, it's not on stereo, my bad. Thought that... Because if it's on stereo, that disables the rest of the speakers except for the fronts. I didn't record too much of it. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. I didn't write down the day on when this was recorded. I'll rewind it now. I really like these units, even though they fast forward and rewind very fast. Well, here's a common problem with the newer units like this. The tape's still wrapped around the head when it fast forwards and rewinds, but it's not good when it does that because, you know, the friction. But another reason why I like this unit is because that it rewinds all the way. It doesn't leave like a couple seconds ahead. Unlike some units that I know very well. Like, this is what I mean. To see how it's... That's how it is for this unit. Unlike the other units where there's still a little black wrapped around there, so it doesn't rewind all the way. Yeah, just thought I might do a quick demonstration. I think that's OEM by Toshiba, but I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, so... Alright, well, that's pretty much going to end off this video, everyone. It's all nice and clean. Well, it's still not 100% finished, though, because I still got to try to potentially clean up the buttons, because, again, so it's thinking on pressing some other buttons because it needs contact cleaner. I'm going to have to take the front panel off to do that, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that without breaking something, so I don't really want to risk that right now. And there is some damage. I think if I showed that at the start of the video. But yeah. Now I'm going to have to do some before and after pictures. I'll try to go through the videos and I'll screenshot before and after. And I'll do the best I can. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Hit like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Turn on the bell and set it to all. See y'all in the next video. Peace.